Hello, hi, GPS here with another HiVlog, I guess. A bit of a different format that I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do like the vlog thing, where you don't actually see me, but you see some pre-recorded thing, and I just talk over it, and then I call it live gameplay commentary. Anyway, I have a couple of things I want to talk about. There's like been a couple of things happening. Well, things have been happening over a long time, and I had a couple of different videos. And there's been a lot of different stuff that I just want to address and talk about, because we had a bit of an influx of new viewers, and I don't think they are as familiar as like to what I am and what I do things and how I do things and all that stuff. So basically, like lately, we had a few different videos. We had stupid videos, like really stupid videos, more stupid than usual. Excessive stupid is what I like to call it. We had, first of all, we start off with something that was really spontaneous, which of course was the Pancop video that I did, which was basically me just preparing an episode for Pancop, which was heavily inspired by Cop, a show that I really liked. And I got the, the law for the Fun Police for the No Fun Engineer loadout, and I realized, hey, if I get the Macho Man, it's pretty close to the Cop look there. It's a bit of a homage to that, I guess. So we had Pancop, and originally, like, what was going to happen was that I was just the entire episode was just going to be me showing you the clips that ended up being the Pancop episode. So instead, I decided that I was going to render it, and then I put it in, the video editor, and I looked at it twice, and then I was like, alright, I know what's going to happen now, so I'm just going to make a story. And that was just I think that was one take with a few fixes here and there were in, because there was like some lawnmower going off outside, so I had to retake some of the footage. But more than that, I think it was like 3 takes. One whole take and then just 2 re-recordings of something. Because I live next to a hospital and there's also helicopters flying by. I'm not sure if you heard those. Anyway, that was that Pancop. I'm not sure if I'm going to do more Pancop. It's just really, really stupid. I mean, we did have like the Pancop episode where we just basically ran around like a bunch of idiots panning everything. But yeah, I've been working a bit more on the lore now, so it's a bit more consistent. Now Pancop doesn't get brainwashed every time he switches teams. He's now a different character. Pancop does not, Pancop, sorry, excuse me, Freudian slip there. Pancop is only blue team, and he wears a pan. Red team, however, is Hamcop. He is red, looks exactly the same, except he has a ham instead of a pan. So all the good guys have pants, and all the bad guys have hams. So if you're on the red team and you want to be, faithful to the Pancop lore, you can't use the pan, you have to use the ham, because only blue guys, the good guys, have the pan. So, that was that, and also we had something that I've been working on for a really long time, and that was the unlock crap. I had it, like, probably in the works for about 1.5 years, more or less, with, very intensive 2 last weeks of production there. So that was a long project. I had the idea that, like, man, there's a lot of unlocks, and I should just really, try and wrap them all. So I spent a lot of time just thinking about, like, how should I do it? Like, should I make my own beat or something? And it just ended up, using that the clip I found on YouTube with the loop from the poker app on it, and I just fixed that, I guess, and made it loop and did some sound editing there as well. So I thought alright, I'm gonna make a new version that includes the mall and the bat, because apparently that was 2 I forgot. I didn't forget, because I did have the images downloaded, but apparently, like, at the last minute when I was doing a lot of rewriting, because there was, like, some verses that were really, really bad that I had to redo. I mean, you can't really tell, but there's some, like, there's been some time between some of the takes there, so I sound a bit different. Well, at least to me I do, but yeah, so that was that. So I'm going to be making a new version soon that's going to be having less of the talk in between. It's just going to be more of the rap. I'm going to try and see if I can sync that properly without having to redo too much. But that's good though, like did everything myself. I did all the writing, all the collecting, all the editing, all the everything, all the recording and timing and all that crap. So that was a lot of work, and of course I'm so focused on like getting the timings correct and make sure that nothing corrupts and everything is okay, because I had some footage problem as well, because it was a lot of footage gathered for that. So but it turned out alright, I guess. I'm gonna make a no-scrub version, that's what it's gonna be called. So yeah. And that was the unlock crap. And also, a few weeks back, I think the the trailer that I paid a guy to do the voice for, a guy who I really respect, is a guy named Tolmar. He was back in the Newgrounds community when I was active there, and he has a really good voice, and I decided, man, I wanted to make like a Dragon Ball Z-esque inspired intro video, and that created the trailer, which is absolutely in no way representative of what you will find on this channel. So I'm kind of like doing a lot of guys a disservice there, where I have a trailer for the channel that doesn't actually advertise what's going to be on the trailer. Ain't that a bitch, huh? Yeah, who knew? I don't have misleading thumbnails, I have misleading trailer. Just a trailer, not trailers, just trailer. So we got a few, I think we like boosted like 1,000 subscribers in like a week or something. It was pretty crazy. Just because of that, and people, of course, with new people comes new commenters, and new commenters aren't really smart. They say a lot of stupid stuff. A lot of stupid stuff. But yeah, like, as goes for comments, I do read some comments. It's things I just genuinely do not give a crap what it says in the comments. So if you think you one-up me or something in the comments, you can just keep thinking that, I guess. So yeah, that was the high trailer. Just wanted to brush up on that. I still have it as a trailer, so whenever YouTube decides that they want to promote my channel, they will. So I had a very significant increase there. So yeah, and then I'm going to be talking about a little bit, just brushing about the future of high GPS, because like I've really been like thinking about like what if I should keep doing the format, because we're running out of unlocks. It's the problem, you know, like I used to do like 2 a week, and then it was down to 1 a week, and now it's 1 every other week, more or less. So it's like we're really just watering out and running on fumes at this point. So I'm just thinking, like, once I do all the unlocks that are relevant, that's not like reskins and stuff like that, and items that maybe doesn't really need touching upon, you know, that's like very much like the candy cane for the scout. It's like, you know, you shoot them and then you grab the health, and that's it. You play exactly the way you used to before, you know, something like that. So there's like some items that I don't really feel like have the need for covering, but if there's like a huge, like if you type in the Steam group, I will care what you say. If you type in the comments on the YouTube video, I absolutely don't give a shit. So you gotta have some effort on your part, because I do have a Steam group that I use very much and I read it a lot, so a lot of discussion going on there. Just because it doesn't type a whole lot doesn't mean I don't read and stuff like that. So yeah. So as a future, I've been thinking about like if I should do more Highlander stuff again, but then I'm like negating probably a lot of viewers, because I'm not sure if all the viewers of mine actually plays competitive. I think like I'm very pub friendly, very pub oriented. I don't play comp myself anymore, I just cast. So maybe just work on something else. Like I don't really want to do live commentaries, because I don't feel they really add all that much, and there's enough YouTubers that do that a lot. Like there's other guys who do a lot better job of that than I do. Generally more interesting live as well. That's probably why I don't stream anymore, because like it's not, like I do not think it's entertaining for you, because it's not entertaining for me to watch myself play, if that makes any sense. Like if I don't want to watch myself play, why would you want to watch me? It's kind of like the thing that I have going for me. So I'm just thinking about that. Maybe like doing some other stuff, like different strategies or map oriented stuffs or something. I've also been like tossing around the idea of doing something called State of the Pub, where basically it's basically like a spectator cast. I think that could be pretty funny. Go in a Valve server and just like see how the state of mind of players are there, and like compare different servers and stuff like that on pub servers and so forth. That could be I think that could be pretty interesting to do that. So yeah, that's definitely something I'm tossing about. If you have like a suggestion, please leave it in the Steam group. If there's something like you think I could make that I'm not thinking of, but very close to thinking of, and absolutely do that. So moving on, I have like a list here of things I want to talk about. Then we got the crouch jump analysis. Just wanted to mention that. Of course, that's like the pain thing, like the jitter up and down. Some people are surprisingly fine with that. I am not. I did send an email to Gabe Newell yesterday, I think. I was very tired, and I thought it was a good idea at the time, but now I kind of regret it. And I asked him, "Hey, does will like the Source Engine 2 have mid-air crouch jump animations instead of the jitter?" And I sent it on a Saturday. I don't think he's at work on a Saturday, but maybe on Monday. I mean, if he replies, it's going to be a video with no audio. It's just going to be a video, a 5-second video of a screenshot of the email that I got in the reply. But I don't think I will get any, because he gets way too many, and I'm not sure what. I don't think he knows that I exist, or that I am somebody. I like to think that I am, but I do like to think that some of my ideas will help make the game better, because some of the decisions they make are a bit disconnected from what's actually going to happen. So there you go. But yeah, like basically a lot of people don't even understand what analysis mean. Like a lot of YouTube commenters are like posting stuff in the comments, are just like, ah, rah, something, you're dumb, challenge you to something else. Why aren't you? It's like that video is basically just showing you like, this is how we see it. This is how we see it. This is not how it happens. This is how we see it. And for some reason, people need it in with a spoon, and that's not the kind of content I make. I make content where you have to draw your own conclusions. I just give you like some pointers and stuff, and you just have to draw a conclusion on your own, because I'm not spoon-feeding you, because I don't think you are that stupid in need of fucking me just... yeah, good English grammar. Okay, take two. Like, I don't think you are in the need of being told 100% what everything means. Like, if I say... you unscope a lot quicker than you normally would, then I assume that you also know that by default, by unscoping quicker, you also see more. Like, I do not have to tell you that. You understand that yourself, because that's kind of like the whole theme of how I've been doing stuff throughout, like, since I've started. So, but then still, again, like, we get new viewers who are used to being spoon-fed, like, everything. Not really used to think all that much, and I just don't care. So, yeah, there you go. That's why I don't care about the comments, because usually the people who type like the comments is like, except like the very fine gentleman who gracefully informed me that I forgot the bat in the mall and the unlock wrap. Those are actually fine. Those are good comments, because like I can learn from that and get better. But other comments are just absolutely waste of your and my time. But yeah, that's okay. So next I want to talk about is the community balance advisor and what's going on with that. I made like one video, and that was it. I also tried to make like a map analysis of like the beta maps, but the thing is like the iteration of that is kind of like, it goes a bit too quick to make videos, and the thing is like videos won't be relevant in the future. Like already when I decided to go for like the map analysis, and I spent a lot of time just thinking about the map and going over it and playing it a lot and stuff like that. And then I posted the video, and the day after was an update, and the map was completely changed, and my video is totally irrelevant. So that's kind of like the deal with that. And I also think like making videos just saying like, yeah, you should balance the game like this, you bunch of jerks, is not the way to do things. So I have like a website that I emailed Val. I'm not sure if they even looked at it, but I'm basically made a very short list, because the thing is like it gets so cluttered with like all the unlocks, because it's like first you have the unlock, and then you have the description of why you want it to be, and then you have like 140 items, and this is like a wall of text. And I think, the Team Fortress 2 team are very, first of all, understaffed, and second of all, overworked, and they have a ton of feedback they kind of have to just dig through, in order to get through. And I really don't think this really helps, because it seems like they're more looking into discussions and stuff like that. So, and also I don't think Steam groups are like a very good way of discussing stuff. The only place I really try to I don't really discuss that much, because usually it's just a huge circle jerk. I would try the forums, but the forums are so massive and so cluttered, it's hard to keep track of stuff and like really filter out what's good. And Reddit basically doesn't care about balance at all. They just upload pictures of cats in Team Fortress 2 and hats and cats with hats or something like that. I don't know. It's like the community from Reddit isn't really all that. Even though I hang out the Reddit a lot, it's not really the best community to really, have those discussions, because a lot of people, they never change their minds, and if you're never willing to change your mind, or like be like, oh yeah, I can definitely see that, it's a fair point, we're never gonna get anywhere, and stuff like that. And there's a lot of people, it's like, it's just, like it hurts. They're just like on a whole different frequency. So that's pretty much what's happened to Community Balance Advice. It's basically just a list that I have in my Steam group, and I made on my website for Valve. And myself to have like a checklist of things that needs fixing, and I would love to fix it if I had the tools and I knew how, and I definitely would have done it, but yeah, alas, I don't. So yeah, and then I talked about the new viewers and new commenters. Yeah, welcome, don't say stupid shit, thanks. And yeah, that was Community Balance Advisor and stuff like that. And then we got doing a lot of casting lately with Blackout Gaming. We're doing the Highlander Nations Cup and UGC and stuff like that. So if you're interested in like Highlander and stuff, and if you aren't checking it out already, I'm doing casting. I've been a bit bad at promoting it on my channel, usually because I like to think that you guys aren't really all that interested, and if you're interested, you're already aware of it. So there you go. That's kind of like how I see it. So also wanted to brush upon, I did have plans to go to I-52, but the problem was I had to graduate and get a job during the summer, which is really, really hard when you're like fresh out of university and it's a summer vacation, because everybody is doing the same thing, and I basically had to wait, and I didn't have an income, and I was just basically running on fumes when it comes to money as well, burning through my savings and all that stuff. Still haven't found a job, but I am searching, so we'd really like to go to I-52. If that's the right number, I don't even know. But yeah, there we go. I do think that was it. Let me double check, because this, you know, this is recorded. This is one take. Let's see. I'm gonna Google it. I-52 lab Chief 2. Yeah, that's the right number. Good. I'm just making sure that I got that one right. I've been meaning to go to previous I's as well, but I've never had the money because I haven't been working, because I've been lazy, and YouTube doesn't really pay all that well. So yeah, there you go. I really like to go there, but I can't, alas. Unless like somebody drops a bunch of money on me, which I really doubt, given the generosity of your people's donations and stuff like that. Which I'm pretty sure you're not even aware that I have a donation, because I never really plug it. Which I probably should, but then you sound like a beggar, and you don't want to say, well, sound like a beggar, but unless you mention you have a donation, people aren't going to donate, because people don't search. Like, there's only been 2 guys so far in my, I guess, 3 years of Team Fortress 2 streamage and video production that has actually asked me, like, hey, how can I give you money, because I really like your content. But luckily YouTube is coming with some new 60 FPS videos, and so a tipping system is what I've heard, so hopefully they get to implement that soon, because this patron thing of mine is really a train wreck. It's not really all that good. So yeah, and also I just want to touch upon like the Twitch VOD thing. It's like, who watches Twitch VODs? That system is like the worst. Like, I always record all my own VODs and upload them to YouTube, because I know the VODs on Twitch, first of all, the quality is a lot worse, and second of all, it's a pain in the ass to navigate. And for some reason people are like, oh, I can't play the copyrighted music that I play illegally on Twitch anymore on my VODs, so I'm gonna stream on Hitbox. And it's like, what? How? I really don't understand those people. I guess they're just like the kind of people that types top lel and kek lol rec on forums, I guess. It's like an own breed of people that I just don't really understand. The same way, like, I don't understand like why people log onto 9gag. You know, it's just like I just don't understand. It's just a different breed of people, different interests. It's also a valuable platform. People must like it, so there you go. So that it was the VOD thing. I just thought I'd give my opinion on it, and my opinion doesn't really matter, because usually who cares? But of course there are going to be a restriction, because when you have freedom, people use the freedom to take away other people's freedom, and that's kind of how it goes. So, lastly, I am apparently in this Norwegian competition here that's being hosted by Gamer.no. It's called So You Think You Can Cast. So I basically applied for either there's 3 games that I could apply for, and I thought, like, man, I'm gonna choose the only interesting one, and that is StarCraft 2. I could choose League of Legends, which I absolutely do not care about. I think it's a boring game. I'll snore. It's so snory. And the other one was CSGO, which the character run like they've shit themselves. I don't really like that game either, just because of that fact, and kind of CS is kind of behind me. That was like my 13 to 16-year-old. When I was 13 to 16-year-old, that's like 10 years ago. Man, CS was great back then, but now, nah, not really. So yeah, I'm a part of that, and I would give you a link to the competition, because you can like vote and stuff. So if you're Norwegian and you want me to cast StarCraft 2 in Norwegian for you, you absolutely can. However, even though I'm part of the competition, I have absolutely no idea where it is. Like, I went to Gamer.no site, it just mentions the signups, and they mentioned in an email, yeah, it's going to be put on the site, but there is no site, so I'm not entirely sure what is going on there. But anyway, that's just what I want to touch upon in this vlog. Let's see, is there anything else I want to talk about? No, not really. I'm just talking to myself. Well, I guess I'm gonna thank you for watching this vlog and me ranting about things. Also, this entire episode I've been running the same load. I've been using a rocket launcher, base jumper, market garden in preparation for the episode that's going to be filmed and uploaded after this video here, which is good. I really like the base jumper. I think it has a lot of hidden potential. It's basically like a Super Saiyan that's not gone Super Saiyan yet. So there's a lot of tricks you can do to gain speed really quickly by turning around and stuff, just gaining momentum. So that'll be interesting to see. I've been playing with it a lot, and I still feel like I haven't been able to master it like I do with some other unlocks. Like you can see here, just floating around on fire. Not really doing all too much, but yeah, there you go. Anyway, I died, and that's the end of that vlog.